Yo, Chase and Adam, tell them what city we're in.
We're in New York. NYC.
Oh shoot, New York? Is that it over there? Yeah. Oh,
there it is.
City.
The Big Apple.
This guy, he needs to cheer up because he's been in a pissy mood all day.
I've not been in a pissy mood.
He's been in a pissy mood all day.
Actually, very happy.
Nah.
Going to New York.
He woke up with this pain in his groin.
Yeah, I did do that.
Don't want to know about that.
And I've remained joyful.
And he has remained in a pissy mood ever since that pain started. But you know what? We're putting all that aside because we're in a plane. And
I just wasn't.
And we're going to Nueva York.
The Big Apple.
The Big Apple.
And we're eating pizza once we get there.
We are eating some pizza, bro.
Yep.
It's gonna be huge. Okay, so this is Chase. Yeah! I'm Bryce, this is Chase. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be adding some commentary just to give you guys a little bit more context to hopefully improve your overall enjoyment of the video. Anything to add?
Nope, that's it. That sounds good.
A long day on 4 hours of sleep.
Haven't had good pizza yet.
No. Bro, I cannot wait.
Dude, stop.
I cannot. No, that pizza was so fun.
Respectfully.
I have pizza in PA that's like leaps and bounds better than
genuinely.
Dude, actually?
Yeah, genuinely that pizza was
that pizza tasted good on the first couple bites because I was starving and then...
Real.
Maybe that's why I thought it was so good, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so yeah, we landed and we got back and we had some pizza. Like, I'd rather have like some Little Caesars or just anything.
Genuinely.
Alright.
just some Buns pizza, but we can move on.
Moving on from that.
After we ate the pizza, then we went on a scavenger hunt briefly for a few hours through the city, just going to different New York landmarks.
We were already tired from the travel, so we were, like, you saw how tired we were in that, but like we were even more tired just from the scavenger hunt.
And then the next day we woke up and prepped for church, and then that's where we pick up next.
Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. We're here at Church First Baptist in New York City, and just gotta look at this sanctuary we got pumping here.
Look at that ceiling. Nothing actually really special about it, but it's tough.
It's such a high ceiling.
And look at all these people, so diverse. Oh, there's Avery. She just loves being in all of the photos and videos.
Vlog after church.
Oh yeah. Hey, get in the vlog. Aiden's in the vlog. Hey. Look how tough that building looks. Come on.
That is an insane.
Aiden, tell them about coffee this morning.
Dude, coffee this morning was pretty good. We walked over, it was a bit rainy. Turned into snow, which was
huge.
Which was a nice change.
It was a nice touch.
We've been away from the snow too long.
Hopefully tonight we do something crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna do something absolutely insane.
Absolutely insane tonight. We don't know what, but
we're gonna drink some soda.
We are gonna get
so witty on soda.
So anyways,
they don't even know it hit them at the soda club.
Yeah. After church, we were all pretty tired. So we went back and literally we all slept for 3 hours and then woke up at like 3:30 because we had to go to the church by 4 to help set up for an event, which was just dinner.
A little note on church that morning. Great service. The Lord really spoke to me and prepared me for the week. So I know I foreshadowed that a little bit, but that was a bomb message we heard. And great people that we talked to after the before and after the service, and then as well as before and after this event. The next clip is going to be us in the church, I think just post setup of the meal, and so that's where we leave off.
Back here at the church, we just helped set up.
Hey, vlog. Hey, vlog. Hi, guys.
We saw the dungeon. Or he saw the dungeon. He saw the dungeon.
I don't even know how to describe it. It was so dungeonous. It's
Yeah,
spooky,
very,
so.
very dungeonous. We're about to go into the dungeon. Oh shoot!
Welcome to the dungeon.
The dungeon, bro.
Second night service. So.
Second night service, yeah.
Well,
And
first
then there's
night
Aiden
service.
looking all cute.
Just chilling with the formal.
What's going on in here? What the world is back here? Yo. Oh. This is a scary room. Something good's going on down here.
This is some Silence of the Lambs split.
So we're in a special room. Chase, you want to tell them why it's a special room?
It's a special room because, well, this is a very somber moment. But it's a special room because our first president, George Washington, the late great George Washington,
Yeah, second best president of all time,
arguably number one,
but objectively number 2.
arguably ensures that that's not an objective fact. So we're moving on. But
Abraham Lincoln's number 1. Everybody knows that.
okay, what is this video about? The video is about the painting
you're right.
with George Washington.
You're right. And
Regardless of who's
should we
a better
show them this
president.
painting that we're looking at right now?
Yeah.
All right, I think we should. Just, I mean, look at that masterpiece, George Washington.
Getting baptized.
Getting
in the
baptized.
Delaware River.
But what's the really interesting thing about this painting? Jeez.
The really interesting thing about it is that George Washington was 6'3", which was incredibly tall for back then. The average height was about 5'5", and the man sitting next to him clearly is almost a whole head taller than him, which would result in that man being probably about 6'9", which is just an absurd height for back then, completely unrealistic. Another crazy thing about this painting is that the events being portrayed in it never actually happened, and it's just a completely fabricated bunch of crap that he was ever baptized in the Delaware River by a Baptist.
You know what's really crazy is the fact that the first thing that you said was actually just completely pulled off of the dome, and that the crazy part about this photo is that it never happened. But the fact that you just said that about his height is 100.
There's a slight chance that the painter was assuming that George Washington was kind of knelt down because he was in the baptism position.
True.
However, I think
And
that
that bro is like 5'3".
Yeah.
Yeah, because their torsos are just painting a different story.
Maybe the guy on the right is
Yeah.
like standing fully up and the George Washington is on his knees or something, but
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
anyway.
And then music credit goes to Aiden.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Mom.
We'll talk to you after dinner.
Yeah, we
Hopefully
will catch you
explain
when
our
we
night
do
plans,
something
which
crazy.
are gonna be insane.
Insane night
amounts of
plans.
soda.
So yeah, I mean, after dinner, me and Chase got to meet some unique people and just hear some awesome testimonies and find out a little bit about like what work-life balance is like in New York City.
We heard a lot about like how much people work in New York, which is like insane. Like we heard about a 100-hour week. But the people, they were very nice. They shared a lot of like good locations for us to visit during this week, and we just learned a lot from them. And yeah.
So essentially, we woke up, and then on Monday, during most of the morning and then into the afternoon, we went to a mall to do some evangelism.
The whole time, like I was just praying that God would send people our way that would be open to hearing the gospel, and He did. The Lord provided, as He always does.
After evangelism, we had some street food because we were pretty hungry. I'm pretty sure later that night, we did the first bit of the ministry that we were there to do.
Yeah, we went into Queens, and we showed up in this Bengali neighborhood. We were handing out flyers to the English school that he provides to them for free. We were just, talking to them, handing out flyers. We met a lot of nice people. So
Yeah. Tuesday, which was the first time that we were kind of in like a quieter spot where we could just record like a vlog. But yeah, we pick up here in Queens in a city called La Frac, doing the same thing that we did the previous night, just obviously not in a Bengali neighborhood. We were in an apartment complex. And so yeah, that's the vlog that you're about to see. That's what we pick up. And we're back.
Welcome
Another
back.
vlog.
Welcome back to the vlog.
Right now we are in La Frac.
La Frank, New York.
Actually, La Frac.
We're handing out
Lafrac, New York.
in
We
front
in
of
an
people's
elevator.
doors. These
There's
free
some
English
English
classes that
class.
happen in the church on the first floor.
Aiden, say hello to the vlog.
What's up, guys?
Okay. How you doing, sir? Good. Alright. Now that bro's left into the elevator, it genuinely smells abhorrent. Genuinely, I don't even know how to describe what's entering into my nostrils right now. It has such a lovely plethora of scents and odors. A lot of weed, obviously, and a lot of like, just a little, like a hint of like urine, you know, like in the subway, whatever. It's not even that bad. And like good foods as well, like tons of street food smells, and like there's a lot of good smells. And we're in the winter, so it's not as potent. Yeah, it's really. Post Lafrac, we just had some free time, so we decided to visit some landmarks in the city, specifically in Manhattan and Brooklyn, and yeah. All right, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but behind us is a special building, the tallest in New York, the One World Trade Center. Just look at that, guys. You genuinely can't even see the top because it's raining and there's like fog and clouds. We don't know what the top of the building looks like because it's that huge.
Yeah, kind of a bad day to come and see it, but
I mean, it low-key just adds to the size and like its cool factor and enormity. But we're gonna go visit the World Trade Center memorials for the first two towers, the 9/11 memorials. So we'll pick up there, but like the location, the surrounding location is beautiful. So we'll pick back up there though. Here we are. It's a solemn memorial, 9/11 memorial. A lot of lives were lost and it was a tragic event. But this memorial is awesome. I mean, just look at the scale. To think that these were the buildings were, and obviously New York did a great job with the names, the plaques here, and this beautiful waterfall. It's really well done.
What's up?
Where are we at?
We at Chinatown.
We are in Chinatown.
So we somehow found our way into Little Italy.
I'm drinking my Chinese drink though.
Little Italy, bro. We don't want to be here. We want to be
Chinatown. Dude, we gotta find our way back.
We're swinging it around.
What's up, guys? Back at the vlog. We got some duck with noodles.
This is what I've been waiting for.
We got Aiden here.
This is what I've been dreaming of.
We've been waiting for Chinatown.
Been waiting for Chinatown.
We're excited we're here now. About to try this. Yes.
The landmarks were super cool to see. And then we had a dinner that night with a family in the church. And it was a blessing to be able to be invited into their home. We had Indian food, which was great, honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, and then we went to sleep. And the next day, we did some homeless ministry, right?
Yep. Yeah, we went out on the streets in Manhattan. We weren't super successful, I would say, in like that ministry. Like,
we did horrible in the homeless ministry.
a lot of people, like, we would try to hand them food and they would just kind of say no, or like they wouldn't really want to talk to us, and so it was just kind of difficult to minister.
And then post the homeless ministry, because it literally went so poorly, we just decided to do some evangelism back in that same mall. And then we had like a huge chunk of time where we were just able to go explore the city. You'll pick up with us going to Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, and just kind of that general area. And later that night, like, we had to be done by like 5:30 because later that night we had Bible study, or dinner, a debrief with the group back at the apartments, and then a Bible study.
Alrighty, we're back. We're headed to the Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Come on, check that out behind us.
We can see it.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
There it is.
that might be the Manhattan Bridge.
Well, it's one of the ones that we're going to.
It's a bridge,
and we're going there. It's a nice day out.
Beautiful day out. Obviously, it's like the jackets kind of throw it off, but It's like literally 15 degrees outside. We just came prepared for the worst, as you should. Yeah, he's in a hoodie. Thinks he's a tough guy wearing his Ray-Bans. Richie Rich over here. You know, but anyways, we'll catch you guys when we get to the bridge. So.
Decided to walk onto the Brooklyn Bridge where they have a big trail, and we ran into probably one of the best conversations we had on the whole trip.
This guy, he's basically just a freelance photographer, but he decided to come to the Brooklyn Bridge, and he just literally takes people's portraits.
That's what I do all day. I can keep scrolling till my thumb falls, all right? Are we recording? Yo, you know what's going on, man? Listen, March 4th, 2026. We in the middle of the world, New York City. Where you at? See what you doing. You're watching this, trying to see what's going on in his life. When you need to get your own life. Get outside, man. Touch grass. Touch breeze.
Real.
He's trying to pitch us so that he can take our picture.
Yeah, and he's just being like, when I pulled out my phone, he was just like, he rolled with it like super well. And the guy's name was Ace. But yeah, this guy was just a super nice guy. Aiden ended up asking him after he got done with that pitch. He was just like, hey man, quick question though, are you religious? But that ended up sparking a conversation that lasted from, well, you can see right here, it literally lasted from daylight until post the sun setting, and it was totally dark outside. And we totally missed Bible study to have this conversation. We missed dinner. We were literally starving. All of us had to pee. Our feet hurt. And it was freezing. But it was all worth it because we were able to have this super long conversation and share the gospel with Ace.
That just shows a little insight into like our whole purpose for this trip. You know, even if we were out doing, you know, who knows what, like just tourism things, like seeing the Manhattan Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge, we still try to have a gospel conversation. And I think like that's what we need to try to do at all times. Like even if we're not on a missions trip, like this was a gospel-centered outreach trip, all to point them toward Christ, because that's really our main goal, and our desire and our passion is to see people come to Christ. New York is just such a diverse, populated place, a great place to evangelize. So yeah.
When Aiden asked that question to Ace, we weren't expecting the conversation to go anywhere near where it did. Ace had like a very unique, but well-developed worldview and perspective on life, but he was just missing like a really critical thing. And I think it's critical, and this is what we're trying to do the whole trip, was just kind of explain to people that like there is an afterlife. And one day when we die, we will stand before a God. And God is going to ask us, you know, why we should be let into his heaven. And a lot of people's answer is going to be, well, I was a good person, or maybe I wasn't a good enough person. And the issue with that is that no one is ever good enough, because God's standard is perfection. We know from the Bible that God says don't steal, and he says don't lie, and he says don't take his name in vain, and he says things like don't murder. And I know I haven't murdered, Chase hasn't murdered, but Jesus has said that if you hate somebody in your heart, you've done the same thing as murder. And so that's just 4 commands, and we've fallen on all 4 of those accounts. And so when we stand before a completely righteous God, he can't just excuse all the wrongdoing that we've done. Because if somebody, like for example, if somebody murdered someone, you couldn't just say, oh, well, you murdered somebody, but you told me you weren't going to do it again, so I'm just going to let you go. No good judge would do that. And so God, being a good judge, can't allow unrighteous people into heaven. And so from our perspective, it seems hopeless.
And so that's where the gospel comes in, and that's what we're trying to tell everyone. We're trying to get everyone into the mindset and framework of what Bryce just said, is that we need help. We're helpless. We're going to spend eternity away from God, away from his heaven, unless we accept a free gift that God has provided, and that's the gospel, and that's Jesus, and that's Jesus' blood poured out and shed for us, for our sinful nature, and it covers us. And that way, when we stand before God, instead of God seeing us and our sinful flesh and all the mistakes that we've made, he sees perfection, because Christ covers us.
And when Jesus, he was a real person. That was like a big thing that
Yeah.
Ace couldn't accept. Like, Jesus was a real person who came down to earth and lived as a human being just like us, while also still being God. And he lived a completely sinless life, which is what we were supposed to do, but what we can't do. We just can't live up to that standard. But Jesus did that on our behalf. And so then the penalty that we deserve, which is death and separation from God, Jesus, after living that perfect life, who was innocent, paid that penalty for us, which was death and separation from God. And God turned his back on Jesus and poured all of his wrath out on Jesus for us. So just like as Chase said, one day when we all do stand before God after we've died or he returns, God's going to ask us, why should I let you into my heaven? And our answer will have nothing to do with anything that we have done, because we can't earn our way into heaven. It's simply going to be, well, I should get into heaven because
I've trusted in Christ.
I've trusted in Christ,
I put my
and his
faith in
righteousness is covering all of my blemishes and all of my stains and all of my sin. And when God, when we are in heaven, looks at us, he's going to see his son. And so that's the gospel, and that's just the beautiful story and truth that we're trying to share with all the people in New York, and what we were sharing with Ace.
And with that in mind, you know, why are we out talking to people like Ace? Why are we starting these conversations? Well, it's because we have received the greatest gift ever, and the best thing we can do for people like Ace, who we love so dearly. We don't have any contempt for him because he disagrees with us. We love him so much, and we want to see him come to Christ because we want to see him in heaven with us one day. And that's really our heart, and the heart that Christ has given us for these people. And if any of you watching this video is just wondering and just thinking about, like, you know, I'm not sure where I'd go if I died, we'd encourage you to put your faith in Christ 100%.
Yeah.
Because he saved us, and he can save you too, and he died for you, and he loves you so much.
Yeah, I wouldn't have rather spent my night any other way. And then post that night, we did end up going back. We ate some tacos, which were pretty gas.
Yeah, we met up with our group, and they were like, where were you?
Yeah, and so then we woke up on Thursday, which was the next day, the following day. And basically what we were going to be doing that day was traveling out into Brooklyn to a house pretty close to the beach, like very, very close to the beach, actually. We were just helping do some cleaning up, some renovations on it, just to make it look presentable for the use that summer.
We're at the beach.
We're at the beach right now, but it's raining. And we don't actually know what house we're going to, but we're going to do some painting and some cleaning probably and some other things.
So yeah, we get back from, you know, freshen up that house. We head to bed pretty much. I mean, we eat dinner, head to bed, and we wake up the next day and we have like a cultural immersion experience at this mosque that we go to, which just the whole purpose of that was just to help us understand, you know, the religion of Islam, and to help educate, you know, what they're about, and hopefully educate us on how we can further share the gospel with Muslims that we run into.
And then post the mosque, we went back to Manaiba, the place we were staying, and then we genuinely had, like, I think it ended at like 12-ish, and then we had the entire rest of the day to just explore the city and enjoy the different sites that we hadn't seen yet, and any other experiences that we wanted to do. And so that's going to be a lot of the footage that you're going to see.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. We just went to a mosque, which was
mosque, and we spoke with the imam there.
yeah.
But you know, we're Christians, and we were just at a mosque, and so we had a lot of questions. And the guy didn't speak English too well, and so he wasn't able to answer all of our questions. But he was extremely hospitable. He was extremely kind and gracious for opening up the mosque. It was an Islamic cultural center, technically. It also functions as a mosque, of course.
We are heading back to Manaiba. We're done with the ministry stuff for the most part, unless we want to do some street evangelism later, but we don't have anything else planned. But yeah, all right. Thank you for watching this part of the vlog.
What is up, guys? Back at it again with a vlog.
We got Aiden.
And in the back.
And we got Bryce.
And we're going
Damn.
to the Museum of Natural History.
In NYC. Not at the museum.
New York.
Yep.
Yeah, night at the museum. Crazy stuff. Up next is the Met. After that, Staten Island Ferry. After that, Times Square when it's dark outside.
Yeah, we
should
actually
be
have
some good sports.
infinite
Yeah.
stuff to do today, so we're gonna get it done.
For the most part, we're done. I think we're done serving for the most part, other than like cleaning up and stuff when we're done at the.
Which we will not be doing.
Which we will be doing because we're gonna
Which
be
we will not
respectful
be
people.
doing.
But
On all of our physical bodies will be.
let's now go. Yo, are they paying a guy to just stand there? Those were not made back in the day, bro. We're out here on the Staten Island Ferry. Maybe one of the last attractions that we're gonna be doing.
I mean, Times Square, but that's not really as old.
True, Times Square at night. You'll get some
That
shots
would
of
be good,
that.
actually. I'm excited. Did we have these cookies earlier? Yeah, no, the week's been
But these cookies genuinely
the best thing
are
we've
some
had
of
on
the
this
best things I've actually ever had in my entire life.
Yeah. I mean, it was coffee. Let's just
Toffee.
say we had ice
Oh my
cream a few times this trip for like $10 for 2 scoops. This was a $6 cookie, and I'd rather have that than 15 scoops.
Bro,
for free.
genuinely. Like, give me a lifetime supply to that last place we went to, and I'm taking a single cookie over that junk. Because that ice cream was full.
Ice cream was- also, the store was just.
Yeah, the store, bro. Would have thought it was like a little Texas, like Chick-fil-A playground out there in the store. But yeah, I mean, just like look at the views, like mine with the Brooklyn Bridge. That's not even the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know what I'm saying. With the bridge.
To the side.
Yeah. We're gonna transfer to the other side, so we're gonna head over there. Like the interior kind of reminds me of like that one scene from The Dark Knight. You guys will see. Look at this guy reading a book. Here in Brooklyn.
Look, there's a dirt sandwich right there. Me and Bryce,
seriously.
almost had a big crossroad breakup.
Seriously, jokes.
Because he smeared chocolate on me, and then I smeared it back on him, and then it was like a flip on him.
I wiped chocolate on his hand as a joke, and then buddy's like, to retaliate, just starts smearing it on my shirt. Like yeah. Hey, buddy, pipe down. Pipe down.
Gotta get the positioning right.
Yo, Aiden, do a trick. Oh shoot, train's coming. Feeling on some
But no, I was not feeling on
I mean,
So in conclusion, New York City 2026 spring break mission trip.
All right, in conclusion, 2026 spring break missions trip.
That is what I just said, bro. That's literally what I just said. In conclusion, missions trip 2026 to New York City was a banger. That's going in the video now. I'm in control of the editing, and that's going in the video.
It's not going.
Bro, that would be actually a peak thing that I should just
Outro.
to do. Yeah. Just be like,